Hello, everyone. My name is Ana Martha Ayala, and I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I like to teach you about the degree theory from the late Nikola Stoyanovich. You're hearing fireworks, but it's January 1st. So I'd like to wish everybody a very happy new year. May 2024 grant you your heart's desires, lots of health, and many blessings to you. In this video, I wanted to talk to you about the aspects that the month of January is going to have. Now, one of the things that I want to let you know is that I don't talk about sextiles because number one, it would make the video too long. And number two, sextiles have a small opportunity, to me, the aspects that really count are the squares, the trines, the oppositions, and of course the conjunctions. And just so to remind everybody, the conjunction could be good or not so good. But the sextiles, I don't, unless it's a super duper sextile, I don't mention them. So I just wanted to let you guys know. All right, so today, January 1st, Mercury goes direct. Now, Mercury will not be out of its shadow period until January 20th. So what does that mean? Well, Mercury is the planet of communication, of when you want to write something, any speeches, presentations, business commerce, any leases that you need to sign, or maybe you want to buy a car or an electronic piece of equipment. I would suggest that if you can wait, that you wait until after January 20th, which is when Mercury is out of its shadow period. Okay. But if you have to do it because maybe the closing of the house is in a couple of days, then make sure that you review all of the paperwork, everything, that the interest rate is correct, that the terms are correct, that there are no mistakes in any of the things that you will sign. If you're doing a business presentation, make sure that what you're going to speak about, your graphs agree, they go the right direction, right? If you're talking about increases, that the arrows point up or that the graphs show that there's an increase. So just go over everything that you're going to do with a fine-tooth comb in order to avoid mistakes. That's what basically this shadow period, until Mercury regains its full strength, then those are the precautions that you need to have. Now, January 8th is the third aspect of Mercury square to Neptune. And it's going to happen in Sag and Pisces at 25 degrees. Now, the first time that this aspect happened was November 27th, then December 26th, and now it's going to happen January 8th. So whatever came up in the houses ruled by Mercury and Neptune, meaning you need to, you will get the final picture now. Maybe this Mercury square to Neptune is that you didn't understand something that came up in November clearly. So look again for the topic would be your Sag house and your Pisces house. Maybe someone can be lying to you or not telling you the whole story, right? Lying by omission, if that's one way to think about that. It could also be a misunderstanding because the communication wasn't clear. So whatever happened at the late November, you will get clarity. You will be able to understand whatever came up before. January 9th, we have Sun that trines Uranus. The Sun will be in Capricorn and Uranus is in Taurus at 19 degrees. So if you have any planets close to the degrees, and that's why I'm mentioning it, within 2 to 3 degrees plus or minus, then this will affect you. Now, if you have, for example, planets in Virgo at 19 degrees, give or take, like I said, 2 to 3 degrees, then you will see something come up. If you don't have any planets, chances are that this will not affect you. Any squares that this aspect makes, any oppositions, if it's the sun in Capricorn, then you would look at the sun in Cancer, right? Taurus, the opposite is Scorpio. If you have squares, it would be Taurus, it would be Leo and Aquarius. So those are the things that I want you to start applying and start, jotting down what is that happens. Did it affect you? How did it affect you? So that you can start to understand what a square can do, what an opposition can do, what a trine can do, right? Trines are favorable. Oppositions, there's a decision that needs to be made. And and squares will be challenges. Okay. So what does this transit mean when you have the sun trine Uranus? Well, it could be unexpected, sudden news, right? Something that comes out of the blue. If you are a Capricorn rising, Taurus is your fifth house. So you might meet somebody in the romance department that's completely different, Uranus. Something that is not just the typical love interest that you fall for. Meet somebody, interesting, different, a little bit quirky maybe, but it's a chance for romance. Maybe someone gives you a gift because it's Capricorn and Taurus, which are earth signs. So we're talking about money. You get a late Christmas gift or a late Hanukkah gift or maybe birthday gift, of course. Oh, so happy birthday to all the Capricorns and then later on Aquariuses. Um, January 11th, there is a beautiful new moon in Capricorn at 21 degrees. Now, this is an amazing new moon. Why? Because Uranus in Taurus is trining the new moon, which is the sun and moon combined. And then Neptune has a sextile to Jupiter in Taurus and Saturn in Pisces. So this should be a very good new moon to start something new. Now, I know that a lot of people make New Year's resolutions, right? At the beginning of the year, I'm going to go on a diet, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to start an exercise program. I'm going to be, I don't know, more mindful about being timely to work, etc. But the way, and I plan to do a video on this new moon so that you guys can learn how to apply the astrology of the new moon or the New Year's resolutions correctly. Because, for example, if you are an Aries rising, this new moon is happening in your 10th house, Capricorn, right? So it would be a great opportunity to apply for a new job, right? Or get a promotion or apply to get a promotion because it's happening in your 10th house. It would be a great time to get married. It's a new moon. It's a change of status in your 10th house. So if you're a Taurus rising, it would have a different significance. It would be a great time to do something ninth house related and so on. But I'll talk about these things in the next video, which will be the new moon, okay, in Capricorn. But anyway, this is a great new moon. The energy is really positive, so stay tuned for the next video. January 12th, we have Mars in trine to Jupiter. Capricorn, Mars will be in Capricorn, and Jupiter is in Taurus at 6 degrees. Now, if you guys have seen my other videos, you know that Mars is exalted in Capricorn. And then Jupiter is abundance. Both are earth signs. So this would be money, most likely, or assets, right? Mars gives you the energy, the drive, you're assertive, to go after whatever your Taurus house rules in your chart. For everybody, it's different. Okay. So this is where I'm trying to get you guys to understand how to apply these aspects to your charts. January 19th, Mercury trines Jupiter. Mercury will be in Capricorn. Jupiter is going to be in Taurus at 6 degrees. Mercury, the planet of the mind, of communication, of short trips, commerce. This is an amazing day to write, to speak, to make a presentation, to negotiate a deal, to travel, a short trip. Now be mindful because it's like the day before the shadow period ends, but it's a very good day because Mercury trines Jupiter. Now, this same day, January 19th, Venus squares Neptune. So this is not the best day for love, because you might find out somebody lied in the love matter. Hopefully it's not your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband and wife, but it can't. January 20th, this is when the sun enters Aquarius, but it will enter the sign of Aquarius late in the day. So again, happy birthday to all the Aquarians. Now, the sun will conjunct Pluto in Capricorn at 29 degrees. So, be careful that you don't come across being like too bossy, too pushy, too like possessive, all those Pluto traits to other people, right? Because the sun and Pluto combined can be one of those overpowering energy situations. January 25th is the full moon in Leo at 5 degrees. So Pluto is going to be opposing this full moon. So it might come with some tension. Again, if you have Leo and Aquarius, so you're looking for challenges, it's going to be Taurus and Scorpio. Those are the squares. If you have fire signs, again, like with Leo, it'll be a trine. Air signs, it'll be a trine, but still the opposition to Pluto, there can be some tension, even though there might be a favorable aspect for you. January 26th, the sun squares Jupiter. The sun is in Aquarius. Jupiter is in Taurus at 7 degrees. So what does this mean? Don't overdo it. Because, Jupiter magnifies, there's abundance. Keep things in moderation, right? Keep it calm. Specifically because you still have that Pluto opposing the sun, okay? And Uranus goes direct at Taurus 19 degrees. January 27th, Mercury conjuncts Mars at 17 degrees of Capricorn. So Mercury, communication, writing, speaking, Mars, arguments, discussion, fights, war, careful with being too forceful when you speak because there's a great chance of arguments, discussions when you're communicating with people. People might find you that you're bossing them around because it's Capricorn. So they might, come up with a little bit of resistance, right? So be mindful of the way you act and communicate with other people. January 28th, you have Venus trining Jupiter. So this is Capricorn trining Taurus at 7 degrees, right? It's Venus in Capricorn trining Jupiter in Taurus at 7 degrees. Now, this is an amazing day for asking somebody out, on a first date, or initiating a business plan or a project. The only, you know, caveat here is don't spend too much. Venus, money, Jupiter, abundance, right? Spending a lot of money. So, um, just be mindful. On this same day, you have Mercury trining Uranus, and we're talking about January 28th. So Mercury is going to be in Capricorn, and Uranus is going to be in Taurus at 19 degrees. So it's a trine. It's a favorable day. Maybe there's an opportunity of a short trip, Mercury. Maybe you get good news from a sibling or the house that is ruled by Mercury, which would be Gemini or Virgo. So this is how you apply these things, these aspects to your natal chart, especially if you have planets around 19 degrees, maybe like 17 to 21. Give it a 2 or 3 degree orb, no more than that. Okay. Now, January 29th, you have Mars trining Jupiter. Mars will be in Capricorn, Jupiter will be in Taurus at 19 degrees. So it's a great day to initiate a new plan, a new idea, to take action on this day. Mars, you take action. So this concludes all of the aspects that I wanted to talk about for January of 2024. If you have found this video helpful and you've learned a little bit how to apply it to your natal chart, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, send it to somebody that might be helped by this type of information. And if you want to book a personal chart reading with me, please send me an email to amaastrology@aol.com. And thank you again all for watching, and I wish you the best this 2024. So I'll see you next time.